What is up, party people? JP to the Moses here with Patrick Riddle. Say hi, Patrick.
Hey, Patrick.
So we're making this video because we're actually recording Skype. Patrick is in his hometown, I'm in mine, and we're doing a little Skype jam because we have some exciting news to tell everyone. This little gem that we've had kind of on the down low for a while now, Target Market Finder, just got plussed, and we just want to pull the veil back and show you what's new. So right from the get-go, for anyone who doesn't know about Target Market Finder, Patrick, just give us kind of orient us. What is Target Market Finder? Who is it designed for? And how does it make their lives easier and awesomer?
Great question, man. Yeah, I'm psyched. Target Market Finder has been a software that we've privately invited some of our members at Awesome REI to go ahead and take part in. We've just recently, as JP mentioned, updated it with some hot new data points. Target Market Finder really is a pretty fantastic resource for any investor. I'd say it's really caters to the wholesaler and the rehabber. Whenever we check out some of the data points, I think that'll become clear why. But it allows anyone to just at the click of a button get information that previously, it would take hours and hours of time online, even if you're lucky enough to be able to find it all.
And if I remember right, it came about because it came to our awareness a few years ago that a lot of our members don't do deals only in their own backyard. They do deals frequently in remote markets, and finding the right market, choosing the right market versus choosing the bummer is really super important. And if it's not in your backyard, then that's not an easy thing to do typically.
Well, true. And not only is it tough to pick a city that is perfect for the style of investing that you're doing and with where the market's at right now, but even once you pick a certain city, being able to laser target all the way down to the hottest zip codes, where all the action's happening, and specifically, what price range and income levels and much more, as you'll see in a moment, that can help guide your focus so that you just don't waste a lot of time on a deal that's in a dead area, and so that you know exactly where the easiest money really is to be found.
Yeah, in a moment we'll do a quick demo and just show you what it looks like on the inside. Not because we're trying to spotlight the software itself, but to zero in on the shiny, new, exciting data points that have been added into the matrix. Before we do that, I just want to emphasize awesomer data equals awesomer target market hotspots. You finding those hotspots is a critical part of being an awesome real estate investor. And choosing target markets based on real data, not just your gut feeling of a market or maybe the reputation that market has, which could be stale, or just hearsay. Using real data to choose that market puts you heads and shoulders above the competition. All right, so what are we looking at here?
Okay, we are inside of, we're looking at Target Market Finder right now. It's super simple. I mean, to start, you can either just enter a zip code or you can select a state and a county, and then there's a little search button that you can click, or you can just hit enter. Let's just try 363. Let's try this zip code. You click enter, and then within a few seconds, boom, it's pulled up all the information. And let me tell you a little bit about what we're seeing here. Now, you can see on our left here, we've got several columns here, and lots of different zip codes that are pulling up. First, I'll run through the columns so you understand what all is available here. You've got your zip, your city, and then you've got your median income. You can also click on each of these columns to sort by the column. You've got median value, telling you what kind of price range is average in that area. You've got forecasted appreciation, so the appreciation that's forecasted over the next year. You've got price to rent ratio. Now, the two newest data points that we've now added, this one here, which are all cash sales, in the previous month.
You know, if I had been able to look on a map like we can do today, right here in this moment in time, when I first started my wholesaling business way back in Y2K, if I could have looked at a map and seen the hot spots for cash sales, I would have saved so much time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears marketing in the neighborhoods that I thought were the right ones to focus in versus where all the cash buyers are actually doing business.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, you can click around on the map here. What the preset is that the color coding here that's showing is the bright green is your hottest zip codes for all cash buyers. So you can see here, over here, this is another hot one with 25 all cash sales last month. So these two columns, the last two columns are actually updated on a monthly basis to reflect, the numbers that are being tracked most recently. You can click on advanced options and actually change the color coding. If you wanted to see what the hottest markets are for appreciation over the next year, we change the color coding and boom, you can see the bright green areas here. That one's forecasted to appreciate 5.7% next year. You can see it's got 19 all cash sales, which brings us to the other data point that is brand new inside of Target Market Finder, which shows you the number of verified houses that are sitting empty and abandoned in each zip code. So we've got a lot of students who like to focus and profit from abandoned houses, and so this metric here actually shows you how many abandoned houses have been verified in each zip code. When you pair this information, if you are a wholesaler, or even a rehabber and you're flipping, wholesaling some of these properties, you can, immediately see how many all cash sales are also happening in those zip codes and really find your target hotspot and just focus in on a very small area, whatever that may end up being.
Fewer, better things. That's what I like to say. So looking at this map is, for anyone who hasn't seen the software and this is your first time seeing it, your mind's probably kind of blown, and I don't blame you. But I think it's clear. My wholesaling business would have been double or triple the business it was had I had this information early on, especially the cash sales. But the abandoned houses is an interesting segment. We have masterclass training on abandoned house secrets, and I think that will be especially noteworthy to anyone who is going through or has gone through that training to shorten their learning curve for you. Could you show us a glimpse inside the little mapping, the street view?
Oh, cool. Yes, I will do. And I'll show one little trick of what I like to do. One thing that I like to do is sort by income level. And like I personally like the wholesale properties, not in the lowest income areas, but kind of right out of the lowest areas, still in lower price ranges, kind of the first time home buyer price range. So a lot of times I'll sort by income. I'll kind of look past the first subset of the lowest incomes here, and here we've got 30741 based on the value of property 2 that I'm seeing. The amount of all cash sales, the opportunity with abandoned houses. Boom! For me in my business, this might be a zip code that I choose to focus on, and if it is, check this out. We can actually go all the way down. Let's keep zooming in. Like if we wanted to get a little sneak peek, once we decided to potentially target this zip code, but if we wanted to see what the houses look like in the area, we can drag this little guy down here. Let's just put him right here. And we can see what kind of properties that we're really looking at in the area. So just like that, we've been able to find a hotspot zip code. Now we know, in general what the properties are looking like in the area. And pretty cool stuff, right, JP?
That's a pretty sweet baked in feature to this whole gig. So there's the reveal. We just wanted to share the exciting news about those shiny, new, sexy data points that were just added to Target Market Finder to make it easier and awesomer to zero in on the right target markets for you. Guys, hope you found this insightful and helpful, especially anyone who is currently using Target Market Finder for your own business. The rest of you, what are you waiting for? Guys, it may or may not even be available right now, but you're welcome to look and see if it is available. You can go to awesomerei.com/target market. That's all together, no spaces, no hyphens. awesomerei.com/target market. And you'll either get a message, sorry, this is not available, or it'll be available and you should grab it while you see it. Thanks, guys. JP and Patrick out.